BGPians, and welcome to another edition of BGPS News Flash.
This is where we bring you news in a flash, inform you about how it affects you and make you think.
I'm Jing Han from Six Respect.
And I'm Zihao from Six Integrity.
So, which article are we focusing on today?
Today, we'll be focusing on the article, Changi Airport launches new initiatives to better support passengers with invisible disabilities.
I think I read about that article a few days ago. It's amazing that Changi Airport is stepping up to help people who are in need.
So what is this article about?
Well, this article is about how Changi Airport is implementing 3 new initiatives to help people with invisible disabilities.
First, let's share what we mean by invisible disabilities to our friends.
Invisible disabilities is a condition of mental and physical limitations that are not easily spotted.
Examples of these invisible disabilities are autism spectrum disorder, Down syndrome, and dementia.
That's right. So, the staff of Changi Airport will guide people who have invisible disabilities to make their trip within the airport stress-free.
The initiative includes a step-by-step guide with outlines of pictures with short and easy-to-read descriptions. This is to familiarize persons with invisible disabilities.
With all that said, what do you think our schoolmates think about this? Let's see what their thoughts are.
So what are your opinions on this new initiative? Well, that's great that that Changi Airport is taking the initiative to help people with invisible disabilities. Like for example, people that have autism. I know that they feel scared when they don't know what's happening. So staff members in Changi Airport, they help those type of people by showing them pictures and try to tell them what's happening so that they don't even feel scared. And that's just one example. There are many more different examples of people with invisible disabilities. So, in conclusion, I think that it's great that Changi Airport is helping people like
I think that Changi Airport is doing a good job in helping people with invisible disabilities, as then putting up anything to help them, like make them more comfortable to go there, so that they will visit there again.
How do you think this new initiative affects everyone?
I think the initiative affects people with invisible disabilities a lot because it helps them feel calm due to the fact that someone is always beside them and can always help them.
I think it only affect the people with invisible disabilities, and the things they build is specifically designed to only help them. So I don't think it will affect the others who don't have invisible disabilities.
So why did these new initiatives launch?
The initiatives aim to improve the overall travel experience for passengers with invisible disabilities.
That's true. Changi Airport hopes it makes the airport a more comfortable and accessible place for them.
Yep, I agree. Navigating unfamiliar places for people with invisible disabilities or catching a flight can be quite stressful.
Let's watch a video to find out more.
At Changi, we want to create a stress-free and inclusive travel experience for all. We acknowledge that not all disabilities are immediately apparent, and some passengers may choose to don special lanyards like the sunflower and LTA's "May I have a seat, please" lanyards. Our staff have been trained to identify these lanyards and to offer help and support to those passengers along their airport journey.
As Care Ambassador, we are trained to recognize the travelers and the visitors with invisible disabilities, such as dementia and autism, by paying attention to their behaviors. We also taught on the way interacting with them, such as gaining their attention and use simple words to communicate with them, to serve them in a more inclusive way.
That was a good video. So, how does this affect us?
This affects us as there are people who seem like they do not have any disabilities, but they actually have invisible disabilities.
These kinds of disabilities are the hardest to identify.
So, how can we help them if we cannot see their disabilities?
We can identify them by spotting people who look lost.
I suppose some of them would just directly ask you for help too. So, we should assist people whenever we can.
So, Zihao, which of the 7 habits is related to this article?
Well, I think this article is linked to habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood.
Yes, I agree. We have to try to understand their difficulties even though we cannot see it. Then we can help them.
Yep, so which citizen dispositions can we link this article to?
We can link this article to a will to act.
Yes, I agree, as Changi Airport is helping those people with invisible disabilities, and we should also approach them if they look lost.
I agree. We can also link this to a sense of belonging. We do not want people who have invisible disabilities to feel left out and excluded. We need to make them feel like they belong.
Like our school value, compassion. We should treat these people with compassion.
With total defense around the corner, do you realize this issue also links to one of the pillars, social defense?
Yes, I agree. We need to be socially responsible and help others who are in need.
Social defense is where everyone makes an effort to strengthen the bonds across different groups so that we are strong and united.
You know what? I cannot wait to take part in the activities lined up for us for Total Defense Day. I heard that there are active recess activities and even activities on the active floor during recess.
Sounds fun! I can't wait! With that, we have come to the end of today's newsflash.
Thank you and goodbye.
I'll just stand. Huh? Can I stand here? Oh, I need to look at this one. Can? Okay. Good morning, BGPNs. This month, we celebrate the values of resilience. And as you know, to be resilient is to continue with our efforts, even though we face challenges. Meaning, if you have some kind of adversities, you're able to bounce back. Okay, let's look at our mascot of BGPS. And it's, you see, when I bend the neck of this bear, and I bend it for some time, and when I let go, it shows resilience because it goes back to its original shape. It is able to bounce back. As a contrast, if you see this statistic, and when I bent it, and what happened? You see that it really breaks. So to be resilient is to be persistent in whatever that you do and not crumble. You persist in your efforts. So what do resilient students tap on? They tap on the strength and the school support system. You have your good teachers around you and the school good facilities to help you overcome some of the challenges. And you know, we take a lot of effort. The Newsflash champions take a lot of efforts to prepare the sharing for monthly assembly. Same with school leaders. We take time to think through what we would like to share with you. So we hope as I share with you, you continue to sit up straight and ready to listen. You persist through the pre-assembly to learn the key messages or the short stories that we share and strive to be an empowered learner, a person of strength and character. So let's hope that the teachers will help to ensure that you are sitting up straight, because as we walk around, we could see that some of you are not resilient in sitting up straight. You can see the picture on the left. We have seen good students sit up straight, continuing through our sharing. And Yet, unfortunately, we do see one or two out of few who are not paying attention. So we hope that, we remind you of this. You continue to be resilient throughout, not just for this pre-assembly, but also in your lesson. And we can see that to be resilient, you are persistent or consistent in your efforts to contribute to the class and the school. And we see good things, at the start of the day when you sing the national anthem and say the pledge. You are resilient when you continue with the good effort of standing still and making sure that you are attentive. And that is what we mean by good class culture, where we start the day well. And what I would like to emphasize what good class culture is all about. You participate actively in all the activities set by the teachers. Your class discussion, you have breakfast chat, you have PAL, you have PE, and so on. And also a good class culture is depicted by the fact that you interact very nicely with your classmates. You show respect to your friends and care for one another. You take care of the class. You have class pride. So I would like to reiterate the fact that we are resilient. We take care of the class. We persevere despite some of the differences we may have. We are resilient to ensure that our class stand united. We enjoy each other's company. We learn from another, and we contribute to the class discussions. And we are also persistent in our efforts to keep safe. So being resilient during your CCA, we observe safe distancing. We also look out for one another. If any one of our friends are not well, we will inform the teachers and also help to take your friend to the GO for the parent to pick the child up. So my point is, please make sure you care for one another. Continue with the good efforts, whether during class or even during CCA. And just now I said to be resilient, you have to tap on the good facilities around you. So we are grateful that we have good facilities. So to make sure that you have the tenacity to continue with all the activities and work well with the class. So we would like to see this week, we have set the expectation of what to be resilient is all about, and we would like to see more observations of you demonstrating the value of resilience. So I wish you a good week ahead. And just now from the news flash champions, we heard about how our society have actually worked together to help those with disabilities. And this week we have total defense, and we hope that you continue with your good efforts to demonstrate the 6 areas of total defense. So I wish you a good week ahead, and bear in mind the key messages I've shared with you. So have a good week 7 and take good care of one another. Be resilient. Take care of yourself. Take care of your friends, and take care of your teachers as well. So see you again, BGPians. Thank you.